Hello, hello. Welcome to Top Shelf Backpacking. In lieu of a review this Gear Thursday, and with winter looming here in the Pacific Northwest, I am going to show you 5 items I will be swapping out for my winter backpacking and hiking. Starting off with what's on my feet. Typically on trail, you'll see me in some trail runners. I especially like these Temp 3s from Altra. Nice and lightweight, good feeling, dry quickly when wet. However, when I am expecting to be hiking in puddles or snow, I do want something a little warmer on my feet. So first thing we're going to be swapping out is these trail runners for these insulated and waterproof boots. These are some inexpensive Merrells. They do tend to keep my feet dry when I'm not, walking through creeks, but puddles, rain, that kind of thing, with a pant or a waterproof gaiter over them, they do quite well. These will also work with the snowshoes I have, which hopefully I'll be able to use this year, and just help keep my feet that extra bit warm when I know the conditions will be cold and wet. Next up we have the second item I'll be swapping for winter is what I wear. Typically I would have a 5-inch inseam short, like these Under Armour runners with pockets and a liner removed. I wear these 3 season as I do get hot, and if my winter trip had a lot of elevation, maybe was, near freezing most of the time, but I knew it would be strenuous, there's a good chance I'd be wearing these with some leggings underneath. But for those shorter trips, when it's definitely going to be colder, or the conditions are going to be more poor, I will be swapping these guys out for these REI brand. These are the soft shell pants. They do offer a little bit of water protection, so they're not, rain proof, but water resistant. They're not insulated, but they are nice and warm. So when it's down below freezing while I'll be hiking, these are my go-to pant for those conditions. Number 3 on my list is what I'll be sleeping on. Typically you'll find me on a Nemo Tensor insulated. Now this is good down to around freezing for me. I find that I just need that extra warmth, especially when I expect to be, somewhere in the single-digit temps. I want something a little bit warmer than this. So we will be swapping this Nemo Tensor for this Thermarest NeoAir X-Therm. This is the older model. It is the long, wide mummy shape. I've had this down in the single digits and slept perfectly warm on it. The extra width and length helps when I want to starfish still. Helps keep me plenty warm. So this will be the third thing I will be swapping out for my winter trips this year. Fourth on the list is what goes on top of that sleeping pad I am swapping out. Typically you'll find me in a quilt like this Enlightened Equipment Revelation or this Outdoor Vital Storm Loft. This guy is a 20 degree, but I do find that down below freezing, a little drafty and a little chilly for me. So we will be swapping this out this winter for this Nemo Equipment Sonic 0 degree bag. This guy does feature thermal vents, so you can help regulate that temperature when it's a little warmer, in the 20s to 30s. But has this nice hood, you can really hunker it down. And I've had this down in the single digits and been just fine out there. So number 4 on the list, we are swapping out that quilt for an actual sleeping bag. The 5th swap out I'll be making is something to carry all that gear. Typically I'll be rocking something like the Z-Packs Arc Blast in Dyneema. Something ultralight and not super big, although this is a 50 liter. But with all that heavy gear, I felt like having something more substantial in the frame system would be beneficial for me. So in lieu of this Arc Blast, we will be swapping out to this Mystery Ranch Bridger 65. Has a much more substantial harness system with the runner style vest, plenty of pockets and storage, including things for trekking poles and hopefully some snowshoes. Do expect to encounter some snow this year, and this guy should help me carry all that extra weight and gear more comfortably. Stick around for a bonus 6 item since you've lasted this far in the video. The final bonus swap out for winter is my rain gear. Now you may be thinking, won't you need rain gear coming winter time? Yeah, it's often wet here in the Pacific Northwest. Even when it's freezing cold, it still seems to rain. But instead of my Frog Togs jacket and my Enlightened Equipment wind pants, we will be swapping these guys for some actually substantial rain gear. We have the Outdoor Vitals. I want to say this is the Ventus rain jacket. Has pit zips. Is significantly heavier than the Frog Togs, as well as some REI Co-op brand rain pants. These have a full-length zipper on the side so you can take them on and off without getting undressed, taking your boots off kind of thing. And as I anticipate having to hike in worse conditions, I need something with good ventilation that will still keep me protected, more so than even just an umbrella. Also, because I'll be doing less hiking, more camping, having something a little more substantial for wearing around camp and layering over my down options is definitely helpful. So thank you for sticking around to see the 5 plus a bonus options of things I will be swapping out to help me in my winter backpacking and hiking adventures. Leave in the comments some things you like to carry in the wintertime that you otherwise wouldn't, and until I see you again, cheers.